Hello everyone, welcome to English Fuel. Before we begin, let me ask you something from the heart. Have you ever experienced a moment when life hit you so suddenly that it felt as if the ground disappeared under your feet? A moment when something broke inside you, and you did not even know how to breathe normally again? If you have, then this story is for you. And if you have not, stay with me, because one day, this might be the guide you come back to. And as you listen, remember that listening and shadowing this narration can help you improve your English naturally, because when you speak along with a voice, your mind learns rhythm, clarity, and confidence. I want to start with something honest, something that comes from a place I do not often speak about. I know what it feels like to be knocked down. I know the crushing weight of disappointment, the shock of loss, the silence that follows when a dream shatters. And yet, through those dark moments, I learned something that changed my life. Sometimes, your breakdown is the blueprint for your breakthrough. Sometimes, the moment that hurts the most is the moment that reshapes you into someone stronger, wiser, and more awake. If you are willing to walk through the pain, you might discover power you never imagined you had. But let me say one more bold thing before we continue. The future is not only coming, it is being built at this very moment. And if you do not understand the language of innovation, of connection, of possibility, you will stand on the sidelines while others move forward. That is why learning English, learning to communicate with clarity and courage, is not just a skill. It is a doorway to the world that is forming right in front of us. Let us build that future together, step by step. Now, let us return to life and how it sometimes breaks us without warning. You know that moment, do you not? You are living your normal day, breathing your normal breaths, when suddenly something happens. A phone call. A message. A truth that crashes through your heart. And in one moment, the world you knew disappears. Your mind tries to catch up, but everything feels slow, unreal, heavy. You tell yourself to stay calm, but your chest tightens. Your hands feel cold. Your thoughts become loud and restless. It feels as if something inside you has cracked. And that is the part many people skip, the shock. The rupture. The suddenness of it all. This is the moment when your emotions do not wait for your permission. They rush in like a storm. Fear. Confusion. Anger. Pain. Sometimes all at once. Your body reacts even before you understand what is happening. And in that moment, you must know something important. It is absolutely all right to not be all right. It is all right to feel lost. It is all right to cry, to sit down, to pause, to hold your own shaking hands. Pain is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that something mattered to you. When life breaks you, the first thing you need is not wisdom, not motivation, not advice. You need stability. Immediate, gentle stability. Think of it as emotional first aid. The same way you would treat a physical wound, your inner wounds deserve the same care. Sometimes, it begins with something as simple as finding a safe space. A corner of your room. A familiar chair. A warm light. A place where you can breathe without fear. When everything feels like chaos, your body needs small signals of safety. A blanket. A cup of warm water. A few slow breaths. These tiny choices tell your nervous system, you are safe for this moment. You can breathe, and then comes the grounding. When your emotions try to pull you into a spiral, you gently pull yourself back. You touch something near you. You notice the temperature of the floor. You listen to the sounds around you. You breathe slow and deep. It does not fix the pain, but it stops the free fall. Sometimes, I use a simple method, one that has saved me during my darkest moments. It is called stop. Stop whatever you are doing. Take a breath. Observe what is happening inside you. Proceed gently. This tiny pause can stop a storm from becoming a hurricane. Once the immediate shock settles, even a little, you can begin to rebuild. Not all at once, not in one dramatic moment, but slowly, quietly, like placing one brick on another. This is the stage where you discover your inner fort, the part of you that survives every disaster. And to build that, you need to remember your core values. When everything around you breaks, ask yourself, what still matters to me? Sometimes, we reconnect with something we forgot. Dignity, love, faith, creativity, family, purpose. These values become your anchor, the foundation on which you rebuild your life. And then, you celebrate small wins. And I mean very small wins. Getting out of bed. Eating a healthy meal. Calling a friend. Stepping outside for fresh air. When you are healing, tiny victories are not tiny. They are milestones. They remind you that you are still moving, still breathing, still capable. Every small step carries you forward, even when it feels slow. But the most important part of this stage, the part many of us struggle with, is self-compassion. We are so quick to offer kindness to others, but when we look at ourselves, we become harsh and cold. But healing does not grow in harshness. It grows in warmth. It grows when you speak to yourself the way you would speak to a friend who is hurting. When you say, "It is all right to feel this way. I am here for you." Your own voice can become your greatest comfort. And slowly, the healing journey begins. It is not straight. It is not perfect. It is not always pretty. But it is real. One of the first steps in this journey is strategic unplugging. There are times when the world outside becomes too loud, too demanding, too overwhelming. News, messages, expectations, comparisons. It is all right to step back. It is all right to turn off your phone. It is all right to give your mind the silence it deserves. Silence is not empty. Silence is where healing whispers. Then comes connection. Real connection. Not the kind where you pretend to be all right, but the kind where you allow someone to see you, truly see you. Sometimes, healing requires asking for help. It requires leaning on someone, even just for a moment. Human hearts are not built to suffer alone. We are wired for community. And when you let someone hold a small piece of your pain, the weight becomes lighter. And finally, there comes a time when you look at your story and ask, how do I tell this differently? Not to erase the pain, but to understand it. Not to deny the hurt, but to learn from it. This is the moment you shift from victim to survivor. From broken to rebuilding. From hurting to growing. It does not mean the wound never existed. It means the wound did not end you. You are not the same person you were before. You are stronger, softer, wiser, deeper. You carry a light that was carved through darkness. Life will always give us moments that break us. But it also gives us the strength to rise again, often in ways we never expect. And if you are listening to this, and you feel broken right now, I want you to remember this. You are not alone. You are not finished. And you are not weak. You are becoming. The fact that you are still here, still breathing, still listening, means you have more strength than you know. Thank you for being here with me today. If this story touched you, if it gave you comfort or clarity, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Your support helps this community grow, and it allows me to bring you more stories, more guidance, and more strength. Take care of your heart. Take care of your spirit. And remember, healing is not a destination. It is a journey you walk with courage, one breath at a time.